about the Pies, the reigning premiers? They're on the ropes, and it's got one of their favourite sons asking questions.
If you walk into our environment on Monday, for your first time you've ever been in our environment, I guarantee you won't know if we won or lost. I promise you that, because we're all about getting better.
Fly, to me, I've never seen him not in control and not angry. I just love to see him have this anger on his face at times.
I disagree with Shorey in that sense. I think, what could Craig McRae have done more?
He's had pretty good success by keeping an even demeanour, hasn't he?
And talking to the players, like, they hang off every word for Craig because of the way he can change his tone, whether it's be strong, firm, supportive. So in that sense, you don't want a lunatic on the
But Matthew, he is worried, isn't he?
Craig McRae absolutely is worried, and here he was tonight on SEN talking about his concerns.
The thing I have thoughts or feelings around is the energy in game. Yeah. I'm watching guys that just not quite covering the ground at times. I'm going, okay, right, what's going on here? Is that in the mind? Is the mind winning that battle? When we're not connected as a team, we don't look as energised. Yeah, I'm certainly asking questions of all our high-performance department, of all our psych, working on our mindset and stuff, so we can represent our jumper with great energy, particularly in certain phases of our game.
Their energy was the link-up. So there was the manic pressure. You can just picture Bobby Hill, Bo McCreary, Jamie Allen, the hump, the pressure, and then they run in waves. And now it's just become a bit of a pressure where I even wonder whether Craig would feel that they're not sticking to the roles. They're so role-focused, Kane, and I'm not sure they're even getting that. Yep. You do get that when you're bringing a lot of kids in, but there's a lot of un-Collingwood-like play happening.
It was amazing to see Essendon move the ball exactly the way that we've known Collingwood to move it. So they've taken them on at their own game, and the link-up and the run from half-back and the spread that they had and their midfield discipline was what Collingwood had been known for, and they took it to them and played them exactly the way. And you're worried about their backline, Lordo.
Yeah, but they had their worst pressure rating game. I think it was their second worst in Craig McRae's time. So Essendon took 130 marks. Players having goals kicked on them. So I think there's none of those players. A lot has been made of Darcy Moore on this show, but I think he's just one of many who have issues at Collingwood.
I think they're missing Mason Cox. He's been out for a while now. He's only 2 more weeks away, but this guy gives them a presence that I don't think any other player on their list can give them. And we know how important he is and how influential he is in big games, in critical moments. This is late in the game in the prelim against GWS. Look at what the score is. He was huge in the grand final. They wouldn't have got to this game without him. And, now with Darcy Cameron's sore, he's been struggling to ruck full-time without him. I think the sooner that they can get Mason Cox back in this team, the better he is.
And the better they are.
And McStay, who's coming back.
Yeah,
soon.
you and I have argued over Cox for probably a couple of years now. I disagree with you if you're relying on Mason Cox to
don't agree on much about Collingwood, you two,
an
do you?
influential player. I mean,
in fairness, you have been proven the last 2 years to be completely wrong about
Yeah,
Mason
I
Cox.
disagree with that.
I mean, there's no disagreeing. There's facts. You said he was a VFL player. You said he was a liability.
No, I said...
He hasn't missed a game that he's been available for since he's played 6 finals.
Let's just set the history
and
right.
won a premiership.
You said he should never play VFL football again.
I know you love the rewatchables. That comment hasn't aged.
I know you also love Mason Cox, but you picked a couple of highlights.
I just think he's a good player.
Yeah, he averages 7 touches. He's kicked 3 goals. Don't talk over me. You've had your say. He averages 7 touches and he's kicked 3 goals for the game. I mean, you can get that from Nathan Kruger, can't you? Let's be honest.
So you think Nathan Kruger could have done what Mason Cox did in last year's final series?
7 touches.
In last year's final series.
Have 7 touches in the grand final? Yeah, I do.
You don't think he had much of an influence in the final series last year?
I think he was okay. He had 9 in the prelim, he had 7 in the grand final. I don't think Collingwood's misfortune is down to Mason Cox's absence.
I just don't know why you dislike Mason Cox so much, and your only argument is lack
because
of explosives.
I just look at the impact on game
when he's a ruckman.
Touch the ball.
I thought it was the Bombers' biggest win in so long because they haven't taken a scalp. It was Friday night football against the reigning premiers, and they stood up, Caro, when they were under the pump. So I think it's what the club has been waiting for, and I think the captain was huge. But when there's pressure on the ball, I've been critical of Mackay in recent weeks, but when there's pressure on the ball, Durham, Caldwell, Dylan Shield, Zach Merritt, Draper, then suddenly you've got 2 6'4" to 6'6" players behind the footy. So if they can get their forward line right, I think they will win that final that they've been craving for this year.
Are they a contender beyond that, winning a final?
I just don't think you come from nowhere to be a contender. So I'd say no, but win a final or 2, yes.
Are they dangerous in September, Kane?
No, I sort of see them the way Lordo sees them.